Hello, good morning everyone. I am AJMS Nigaa, your English teacher. So supposedly I will be giving you a video yesterday, but unfortunately the recorded video in my discussion in the SSC Bonifacio was not a successful one. So I feel indebted to you, so that's why I'm taking another video so that you can give this, you can use this as a reference. So here's your module 1. I know that some of you have already answered your modules, but I want you to check on your answers before you pass it on tomorrow. Okay, so I hope that this video will be a helpful one. So this is your module. Okay, so I'll just discuss important points to you so that you will be guided with your lessons, even though I'm not around with you. So here, in lesson 1, listing information from news reports. So here in your journal, when we say news report, it is presents a news report present facts about people or events. It does not contain the writer's opinion. So as a grade 10 students, you will be asked to, supposedly in our face-to-face class, you are going to be asked to write news. But since that we are not in a face-to-face situation, you're just going to do it on your module. So a news report is a straight news. So meaning it just tell about facts. There should be no writer's opinion. Okay. So in the first paragraph of your news, that is what we call the lead. So when we say lead, this is the important fact of your of your news. So there are 6 questions that should be answered in your news. So we have the 5 W's and 1 H. So when we say 5 W's, we have the who, what, when, where, why, and the 1 H is how. So for example, our news is all about Buwan ng Wika. Okay, so we all know that every year we celebrated Buwan ng Wika. So what is our what there? What? Buwan ng Wika. So if you are going to write the news, what will be the different angle? Because news in the Philippines has, some of there are routinary. So when I say routinary, parati na siyang sineselebrate. For example, Nutrition Month, Buwan ng Wika, and so on. So what will be the angle, or what will be the best way to write your news? For example, in our Buwan ng Wika celebration, Catherine Bernardo celebrates Buwan ng Wika with Brooks Point National High School. So my question is that a news? Yes, it is. Why? Because Catherine Bernardo is a famous personality and she was able to celebrate the Buwan ng Wika with the Brooks Point National High School. So that is a big news. So meaning to say, when you write the news, you must what? Weigh it to the most important fact of your news. So that is the who, what, when, where, and why, and how. So one news can be written into 6 forms, depending on how you will what? You will angle your story. So just like what my example earlier, that who, meaning Catherine Bernardo, will be the center of the Buwan ng Wika celebration. Okay, so kailan naman yung when? So for example, when is 100 years nang sineselebrate ang Buwan ng Wika sa Brooks Point National High School. So that is a big news. So wow, ganun nakatagal. So you will say na in 100 years, Brooks Point National High School celebrate the 100 years of Buwan ng Wika. So that is a big news. So just write it in a very angle way. So pag nagsulat ka, okay, usually a news is divided to what? The lead, the body, and the tail. So yung tail naman, this is what? Yung pinakalas na part ng inyong balita ay, you leave something to think of, or you leave a controversy. So where you put your journalistic opinion. So when we say journalistic opinion, this is what? An opinion of a writer with a basis. Kasi kanina sabi doon, ang news report contains a writer's, does not contain a writer's opinion. But the journalistic view or opinion should be embedded or anchored in a basis. Kaya mo masasabi yon kasi may pinanghahawakan ka. Okay. So, our news is usually written in an inverted pyramid. Baliktad siya na alin? Na triangle. Why? Because you will begin to the most important part of your news until to the not important details. Bakit kaya? Why? Because when you wrote an article in a newspaper, if the paper do not have a space anymore, the editor will decide na puputulin yung iyong balita. So, pag kinap-test siya, pag pinutol yung balita, hindi maaapektuhan yung iyong news. Why? Because you have just omitted, natanggal mo yung baba, which is least important, not that so important. So, that is news there. Okay. So, sa inyong module activities, dito sa inyong activity 2 and activity 3, ayan, just pinapagawa lang sa inyo is to tell if those information are part from the news. So, if we're going to have a face-to-face scenario, you're really going to write a news. Okay, so, wala na masyadong importante doon. Now, let's move on to your lesson 2. So, your lesson 2 is, okay, let me see. Okay, your lesson 2 is using information from speeches. So when we say speeches, this is what this is an expression of thoughts, ideas, or information in for varied purposes. When we say varied, pagkakaiba-iba. So you have purpose. Okay, so here in the definition in your module, the meaning of speech is intends to educate the readers or listener audience on a particular topic with a varied purpose. So, you are speaking, if you are the one, you are speaking in front of everybody because you wanted to share something. And when you share something, you have purposes. So, here in our module, we have three types of, three general purposes of a speech. So, first we have to inform, to persuade, and last is to entertain. So, first, let's talk about to inform. When we say to inform, this is the general purpose, which from the word itself, to inform, it means to give information. So, these are, when we say to inform, these are information that are new, bago siya. Okay? For example, new discoveries, new technologies, how to do it, or DIYs. For example, how to cook a pancake in a rice cooker. So that is new to you, right? Lalo pag nag-boarding house ka na, pwede palang magluto ng pancake sa alin? Sa rice cooker. That is a new information. Aba, maingay yung tubig. Anyways. Okay, so, or DIY, paano gumawa ng bestida sa pantalon. So, that is a new information. And that is informative. That's why it goes to the what? To inform, the first purpose of the speech. Second is to persuade. So, when we say persuade, the purpose of your speech is you wanted your audience or your listeners to embrace or to adopt the idea that you are what? Presenting to your what? To your audiences. For example, galit ka sa gobyerno, nag-speech ka. At alin, pagkatapos mo mag-speech, nangyari yung mga nakinig sa'yo ay alin, umuwi ng bahay, kumuha ng itak, kumuha ng placard, at nag-rally. Meaning, you are very successful in persuading them to what? To revolt against the government. That is to persuade. You wanted, kaya ka nagsasalita, you want to convince them, you want to persuade them about your opinion. So, naintindihan? So, kanina na, what is it? Oh my gosh. Sorry, natumba. So, kanina is, wait lang, stop tayo. Okay, sorry for that. Natumba yung ano. Okay, so kanina, first purpose is we have to inform, second is to persuade, and third one is, lastly, is to entertain. Last purpose of the speech is to entertain. So when we say entertain, this is both what? Informative and persuasive, but at the same time, what? Entertaining the audience or giving enjoyment to the audience. So for example, in Blackpink, you are a Blackpink fan, and you wanted to what? To give enjoyment to the Blackpink fan as well. Or after your speech, the others who were listening will become a fan of Blackpink also. So, nangyayari. So that is what to entertain. Okay, so here after that, there is an activity in your module that will ask you what is the purpose of the speech. So I hope our simple discussion will be able to give you information about how to answer your module. Okay, parang nagugulo yung ano. Okay, so here I want to share this. This is a very beautiful one. In your journal, an excerpt of the speech of Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, what is your life's blueprint? Okay, so if you notice, bakit may pagano na speech? Because we're talking about speech, and in the history of the America, Martin Luther King Jr. was a very, very good speaker. He is an African American, and during his time, in his lifetime, he was a pastor also. He dedicated his life to what? To convince people, the people of America, to stop the racial discrimination. Because during their time, it is what? It is just okay to kill an African American people if you do not like those people, yung mga white, if makita nila hindi nila gusto, kikidnapin na at ipapatay nila. Ganun lang kadali ang buhay. So, in the time of Martin Luther King Jr., he moved people when he started to speak, people will listen to him and they will cry and everyone was moved. And if you know Oprah Winfrey, he was a very good host. So, during her childhood, kasama siya ng nanay niya na uma-attend ng mga speeches, nakikinig sa speeches ni Martin Luther King. Okay, so let's talk about this part of his speech. What is your life's blueprint? So when we say blueprint, kahapon sagot ng mga Bonifacio, it's a plan. Okay, so blueprint it is, yes, a plan on how are you going to do your life. Okay, every one of us has a dream. We have a purpose. We have a destination. We are focusing our mindset, dapat ganito, magtapos ako, or whatsoever, what are your plans. But, how are you going to achieve that blueprint? Okay, so I want to read this to you. Okay, you can open your modules to page 11. This is the most important and crucial period of your lives. For what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go. And the question is whether you have a proper, a solid, and a sound blueprint. Okay, so ano sabi in the first part? It's saying this is a crucial period. This is a very important, very critical. Why? Because you youth, you students are the future of our generation. How are you going to pursue life will depend upon how solid your blueprint, your plan in your life. Okay. Yes, this is your age that you are going to start making your dreams come true. Okay. And I want to suggest some of the things that should be in your life's blueprint. Number 1, in your life's blueprint should be what? A deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Ang ganda ng line na to. I will repeat, a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Sino ka? How do you regard yourself? Your worth, your somebodyness. Hindi mo pwedeng idepende na, ay, sino ba si Gams? Ay, si Gams, ano yan siya? Anak yan siya ni Gato, kapatid siya. No. Pag sinabing pangalan mo, pag sinabing si Maria kasi Juan ka, ikaw yun. You make your own dreams. How you see your worth. Ano yung pagpapahalaga mo sa sarili mo? What is your dignity? You know what? When I was still a student before, hindi ako nagpapakilala na anak ako ni Gemma Bugay, anak ako ni Al Bugay, because I really wanted to make my own name. Kasi pag binanggit mo yung pangalan ng nanay mo, na tatay mo, or ng mga kapatid mo, ay, nakikilala ka dahil sa kanila. But ang tanong dun, sino ka kapag wala sila? Okay, mga anak, we have our own battles that we need to fight. Hindi yung unting away lang sa school, magsusumbong ka. Hindi yun. You make your own. You win your battles. Kasi kapag nasanay ka na nandyan sila, paano kung wala na sila? Okay? I'm not telling you na mag-rally ka, mag-rebelde ka. No. You are heading to your dreams. You are heading to dreams. Yes, there are hardships, there are disappointments, there are discouragements. But how you see yourself, how you value yourself will help you what? Go towards that goal. Sabi dito, don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are a nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth, and always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Ganda. Pag nagka-jowa, nagka-boyfriend, nagka-girlfriend, tapos nag-break, sasabihin mo, iyak-iyak ka, so game iyak ka, masaktan ka, but do not hurt yourself. Huwag mo saktan sa, huwag ka maglaslas, huwag ka magpakamatay. Why? Kasi, paano ka mamahalin ng isang tao kung ikaw mismo wala kang pagpapahalaga sa sarili mo? Na para sa'yo, napakadali lang saktan ng sarili mo. Paano ka nila hindi sasaktan kung ikaw mismo sinasaktan mo ang sarili mo? Or paano nila pagkakatiwala sa iyo yung buhay nila kung ikaw mismo ay walang pagpapahalaga sa buhay mo? What is your worth? What is your dignity? Okay, let's continue. Secondly, in your life's blueprint, you must have as a basic principle the determination to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. You're going to be deciding as the days and the years unfold what you will do in life, what your life's work will be, once you discover what it will be, set out to do it, and to do it well. Anong sabi doon? Sabi ay, pangalawa ay, alin? You must be determined to achieve excellence in your various fields of endeavor. Kung saan ka magaling, doon ang iyong gawin na maayos. Kasi hindi naman lahat magaling mag-math, hindi lahat magaling mag-English, hindi lahat magaling sa kanta, sa sayaw. No. Every one of us ay meron tayong alam na gawin. And when you are good at that thing, anong gawin mo? You achieve excellence on that thing. And what? I-hone mo siya, araw-araw mo siyang pagandahin. Para pag sinabi, si ano magaling sa arts, ayan, magaling sa computer, ay ito magaling to sa paggupit, ay ito magaling magaling mag-sell, magaling mag-kumbinse. Every one of us is what? Has something to do. And when you when you think of something na magaling ka dyan, talingawin mo, ipagwat, i-hone mo, i-develop mo palalo. Okay, let's continue. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. For isn't by the size that you win or you fail, be the best of whatever you are. Sabi niya, kung hindi ka daw maging puno, maging bush ka. Kung hindi ka maging highway, maging trail ka. Kung hindi ka maging sun, maging between ka. Why? Kasi sinasabi niya, you dream higher. Why? Pag hindi mo maabot yung langit, pag bumagsak ka, bubong pa rin. Pero kung, kasi mahirap lang ako, ito lang yung pangarap ko. Hindi gano'n. Kasi pag hindi nangyari yan, plakda ka sa sahig. You dream higher. You strive for that dream. Finally, in your life's blueprint must be a commitment to the eternal principles of beauty, love, and justice. Well, life for none of us has been a crystal stair, but we must keep moving. We must keep going. If we can fly, run. If we can run, walk. And if you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Sabi dito, hindi lahat pinapanganak na alin na mayaman. We are not living in a crystal stair na alin yung ating mga hagdanan, yung ating daanan ay mga salamin. No. Life is hard. Yes, it is hard. But alin, huwag mong hayaan na tumigil ka. Sabi niya, kung hindi ka makalipad agad sa pangarap mo, tumakbo ka. Kung hindi ka makatakbo, maglakad ka. Kung hindi ka makalakad, gumapang ka. Basta gumagalaw ka papunta doon sa iyong pangarap. You will not just stop here. Sabi mo, may pangbuhay. Ano nga gawin mo? Magtambay ka lang, matulog ka? No! You are able, may kamay, mag-working student ka. Kung hindi man ngayon, agad-agad, darating ka doon. Basta alin, you are working on your dream. So, napakaganda. I hope, children, you will have this blueprint in your life. Ano ang blueprint ninyo? What are you going to go to? How are you going to achieve your goals in your life? Okay, so prior to that, in your module, you have here what? You have here the 5-year goal plan. Ayan. So, ano ang mangyayari in 5 years' time? How are you going to make your life? Okay? So, ayan siya. So, I hope that our short discussion ay may natutunan kayo. Meron bang umiyak na? You know, I really love literature and it is so very fun to discuss with you guys. So, I have a reminder. So, don't forget to fill out the reflection in English there. So, paki-fill out na. And if you still have time, you can write in a separate paper. You can share to me what are your blueprint, what are your plans in your life. Para kahit paano ka din tayo nakikita, I can read your thoughts and I can give some of advices. So with that, I am your teacher, AJ May Astagaay. See you next time. Bye! God bless.